In the human emotional landscape, few experiences are as universally and profoundly disruptive as loss. Grief, depression, and anxiety often emerge as interconnected responses to loss, creating a triad of emotional states that can perpetuate each other, leading to significant mental health challenges. Understanding the dynamics of this triad is crucial, not only for comprehending the impact of loss, but also for identifying potential interventions that can break this cycle through affirmative actions. Grief is an initial and natural reaction to loss, characterized by feelings of emptiness and heartache. As a profound sorrow, grief encapsulates the emotional processing of losing something or someone significant. Its intensity and persistence can vary widely among individuals, but it invariably affects mental health. Depression, often catalyzed by the ongoing burden of grief, represents a deeper and more enduring state of sadness and loss of interest. It is not merely a reactive condition, but a pervasive filter through which the individual perceives the world, characterized by a lack of motivation, decreased energy, and a profound feeling of hopelessness. Anxiety, the third component of this triad, frequently co-occurs with grief and depression. It is fueled by worries about the future and a heightened state of nervous anticipation, often concerning potential further losses or the inability to cope with the current state of affairs. Anxiety adds a forward-looking dimension of distress that complements the backward-looking nature of grief. The cyclical relationship among grief, depression, and anxiety is self-perpetuating. Grief deepens the symptoms of depression by embedding feelings of hopelessness and loss into the individual's psyche, which in turn exacerbates anxiety by fostering a continual sense of dread and fear of future uncertainties. This cycle can be conceptualized through feedback loops, where each emotional state not only reinforces itself but also magnifies the others. To intervene effectively in this cycle, affirmative approaches must be applied strategically at points where they can disrupt the perpetuation of these negative emotional states. Drawing upon the principles of positive psychology and therapeutic interventions, several strategies can be deployed. Fostering hope. Instilling hope can serve as a direct counter to grief. By encouraging individuals to envision a future beyond their current loss, therapeutic interventions can gradually shift focus from what has been lost to what lies ahead. Techniques such as future-oriented therapy and goal-setting activities are instrumental in this context. Building resilience. Resilience training can help alleviate depression by empowering individuals to cope more effectively with the challenges they face. This involves enhancing emotional and psychological resilience through practices like resilience training workshops, which teach coping mechanisms that enable individuals to endure and rebound from depressive episodes. Establishing stability. Anxiety can be mitigated by promoting emotional and psychological stability. Interventions such as mindfulness meditation, structured daily routines, and relaxation techniques can reduce the physiological and psychological triggers of anxiety, fostering a calmer and more stable mental state. Implementing these interventions requires a holistic approach that includes both individual and community-based strategies. Mental health professionals can play a critical role by providing tailored therapies that address each element of the triad. Additionally, community support groups and educational programs can provide the necessary social support and information to help individuals navigate their way through these challenging emotional states. In conclusion, breaking the cycle of grief, depression, and anxiety requires a multifaceted approach that emphasizes affirmation and positive intervention. By understanding how these elements interact to perpetuate each other, we can identify effective strategies to disrupt the cycle, promoting recovery and well-being. Through hope, resilience, and stability, individuals can find their way back to a life marked not by loss, but by the possibility of renewal and growth.